The Tale of Queen Anne, a reign of intrigue and legacy in the heart of 17th century England. Amidst the grandeur of the Stuart dynasty, was born a princess whose destiny would shape the course of history. Her name was Anne, a name that would echo through the annals of time. Anne's journey began on a chilly February day in 1665, a day when England itself seemed to hold its breath in anticipation of the arrival of its future queen. Born to James II, a monarch whose reign was marked by tumultuous times, Anne's path to the throne was laden with both privilege and peril. Father and mother. Queen Anne's father was King James VIII of England, and her mother was Anne Hyde, the daughter of the Earl of Clarendon. Anne Hyde was James VIII's first wife. Queen Anne was born into the Stuart dynasty, a prominent royal family in England during the 17th century. Sibling Queen Anne had several siblings, but most of them did not survive to adulthood. Here are the names of her siblings. Mary was the eldest surviving daughter of James VIII and Anne Hyde. She became Queen of England, reigning jointly with her husband, William I.G. Anne Hyde was Queen Anne's older sister. She was named after their mother, Anne Hyde. Anne Hyde married Prince George of Denmark. Charles Stuart was born James Stuart, Duke of Cambridge. He was the second son of James VIII and Anne Hyde, but died in infancy. James Stuart, Duke of Cambridge. He was the second son named James Stuart, Duke of Cambridge, but like his brother Charles, he died in infancy. As a child, Anne grew up in the opulent halls of the royal court, surrounded by whispers of political intrigue and familial strife. Her father's struggles to maintain his hold on power cast a long shadow over her childhood, yet Anne remained resilient, her spirit untouched by the machinations of courtly life. It was during these formative years that Anne forged a bond with her sister, Mary, a bond that would prove to be both a source of strength and contention in the years to come. As Anne blossomed into womanhood, the political landscape of England shifted beneath her feet, paving the way for a series of events that would test her resolve and shape her legacy. The War of the Spanish Succession loomed on the horizon, a conflict that would consume the hearts and minds of Europe's most powerful nations. At the heart of this conflict lay a question of succession, a question that would ultimately determine the fate of empires and the course of Anne's reign. As England teetered on the brink of war, Anne found herself thrust into the spotlight, her every move scrutinized by friend and foe alike. Yet amid the chaos of war and politics, Anne remained steadfast in her resolve, a beacon of hope in a sea of uncertainty. It was during these tumultuous times that Anne's true strength emerged, her unwavering commitment to her people, earning her the admiration of all who knew her. From the grand halls of Westminster to the humble cottages of the English countryside, Anne's name was spoken with reverence, a symbol of hope in a world plagued by strife. But even as Anne's star rose ever higher, shadows lurked in the corners of the royal court, whispers of betrayal and treachery echoing through the halls of power. Anne's own family proved to be her greatest adversaries, their ambitions casting a shadow over her reign and threatening to tear the very fabric of England apart. Yet through it all, Anne remained resolute, her faith in herself and her people unwavering in the face of adversity. And when the dust of battle finally settled, it was Anne who emerged victorious, her legacy secure, and her name immortalized in the annals of history. Anne was more than just a queen. She was a symbol of strength and resilience, a testament to the power of the human spirit to overcome even the greatest of challenges. And though the years may pass and the pages of history may fade, the tale of Queen Anne will endure, a timeless reminder of the indomitable spirit of England's greatest monarchs. These were the siblings who survived infancy, and Mary I was the only one who lived to adulthood besides Queen Anne. Queen Anne's husband was Prince George of Denmark. Here is some background information about him. Prince George of Denmark was born in Copenhagen on April 2, 1653, into the House of Oldenburg, a prominent royal family in Denmark. His parents were King Frederik I of Denmark and Norway, and Sophie Amalie of Brunswick-Luneburg. George's upbringing was typical of a royal prince, focusing on military training, diplomacy, and the arts. He was known for his amiable personality and his interest in naval affairs, which he pursued throughout his life. In 1683, Prince George married Princess Anne, who later became Queen Anne of England. Their marriage was arranged as a political alliance, aimed at strengthening ties between England and Denmark. George and Anne developed a strong bond based on mutual respect and affection. George supported Anne throughout her reign, providing her with stability and companionship during tumultuous times. Although the couple faced personal tragedies, including the loss of numerous children and Anne's struggles with health issues, they remained devoted to each other until George's death in 1708. Prince George of Denmark is remembered as a supportive and loyal husband who stood by Queen Anne's side during her reign as one of England's most influential monarchs. George's role in English politics was primarily ceremonial, as he did not actively participate in governance. However, his presence provided Anne with much-needed emotional support, allowing her to navigate the complexities of royal life with confidence and grace. George's legacy is intertwined with that of Queen Anne, as together they presided over a crucial period in English history, marked by war, political intrigue, and cultural transformation. Despite the challenges they faced, their partnership endured, leaving an indelible mark on the annals of the British monarchy. Mary, Princess of Denmark, born and died 1685, was the couple's first child, born on May 2, 1685, but she died shortly after birth. And Sophia, Princess of Denmark, born and died 1686. Sophia was born on April 12, 1686, but like her elder sister, she died in infancy. William, Duke of Gloucester, 1689 to 1700, was born on July 24, 1689. He was the only one of Queen Anne's children to survive beyond infancy. However, he suffered from poor health throughout his life and died at the age of 11, leaving Anne without any surviving children to inherit the throne. These losses were deeply felt by Queen Anne and Prince George, and they contributed to Anne's sense of isolation and melancholy later in life. The lack of a direct heir to the throne also fueled political tensions and maneuvering during Anne's reign. Queen Anne died on August 1, 1714, at the age of 49. Her death marked the end of the Stuart dynasty's rule in England. In the United States, one of the famous places associated with Queen Anne is Queen Anne Square, located in Newport, Rhode Island. This square was named in her honor and is part of the historic district of Newport. Queen Anne Square features beautiful green spaces and is surrounded by historic buildings, including the Redwood Library and Athenaeum, one of the oldest libraries in the United States. The square is a popular destination for locals and tourists alike, offering a tranquil retreat in the heart of Newport's bustling downtown area. While there might not be as many landmarks dedicated specifically to Queen Anne in the United States as there are in the United Kingdom, her influence and legacy are still acknowledged and commemorated in various ways, including through place names and historical markers. While Queen Anne's life and reign may not be a primary focus of study in most universities in the United States, she is a significant figure in British history and is often covered in courses related to European history, British history, and monarchy studies. In university courses, Students may study various aspects of Queen Anne's life and reign, including political and social context. Students may learn about the political and social context of Queen Anne's reign, including the War of the Spanish Succession, the Act of Union, and the political dynamics of early 18th century Britain. Personal life and family. Queen Anne's personal life, including her relationships with her family members, especially her husband Prince George of Denmark, and her close confidant Sarah Churchill, Duchess of Marlborough, might be examined. Cultural and artistic patronage. Queen Anne's patronage of the arts and culture, including her support for literature, architecture, and the performing arts, may also be explored. Legacy and impact. Students might analyze Queen Anne's legacy and the impact of her reign on British history, politics, and society. This could involve examining how her reign influenced subsequent monarchs and shaped the course of British history. Overall, Queen Anne's life and reign offer valuable insights into the complexities of monarchy, politics, and society during the early modern period, making her a subject of interest for scholars and students of history. Anne's experiences highlight the complexities and limitations of royal power. Despite being a monarch, she faced constraints imposed by political factions, advisors, and the broader political context of her time. Her reign underscores the interplay between personal agency and institutional constraints in positions of power. Queen Anne's relationships with her family members, advisors, and close associates, particularly Sarah Churchill, Duchess of Marlborough, offer insights into the dynamics of personal loyalty, friendship, and betrayal. Her experiences illustrate the importance of trust, communication, and mutual respect in interpersonal relationships, especially in positions of authority. Queen Anne's patronage of the arts and culture reflects her appreciation for intellectual and artistic pursuits. Her support for literature, architecture, and the performing arts underscores the role of cultural patronage in shaping society and preserving national identity. Queen Anne's legacy and historical memory offer lessons in how individuals and events are remembered and interpreted over time. The diverse interpretations of her reign by historians and scholars reflect the complexity of historical narratives and the influence of contemporary perspectives on historical understanding. Overall, Queen Anne's life provides valuable lessons in leadership, interpersonal relationships, cultural patronage, and historical interpretation, making her a compelling figure for study and reflection. Ladies and gentlemen, as we reflect upon the life and legacy of Queen Anne, we are reminded of the enduring impact of her reign and the lessons we can glean from her remarkable journey. Queen Anne's reign was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of leadership in the face of adversity. Through times of war and political upheaval, she stood as a beacon of strength and stability, guiding her nation with grace and determination. Her unwavering commitment to her people and her unwavering dedication to her duties as monarch serve as an inspiration to us all. In her pursuit of peace, prosperity, and justice, she embodied the noblest ideals of leadership and service. But perhaps it is Queen Anne's humanity that truly sets her apart. In an era defined by power and politics, she never lost sight of the human element, always striving to uplift and empower those around her. Her compassion, her kindness, and her unwavering empathy touched the lives of all who had the privilege of knowing her. As we honor her memory today, let us not simply remember Queen Anne as a figure from the pages of history, but as a symbol of hope, resilience, and an enduring legacy. Let us carry forward her spirit of compassion and her commitment to service, knowing that the greatest tribute we can pay to her memory is to strive for a better, brighter future for all. In the words of Queen Anne herself, "I know my heart to be entirely English." Let us, too, embrace the spirit of English fortitude and unity, drawing strength from the lessons of the past as we journey towards a future filled with promise and possibility. Thank you, Queen Anne, for your wisdom, your leadership, and your enduring legacy. May your memory continue to inspire us all for generations to come. As we bid farewell to the tale of Queen Anne, we find ourselves drawn to the echoes of her legacy that reverberate through the corridors of time. Her story, a tapestry woven with threads of triumph and tragedy, reminds us of the enduring power of the human spirit and the indomitable strength of the human heart. In the annals of history, Queen Anne's reign shines as a beacon of hope, a testament to the resilience of a nation and the unwavering commitment of a queen. Through the tumult of war and the turbulence of politics, she stood steadfast, a guiding light in the darkness, leading her people with courage and compassion. And though her journey may have come to an end, her legacy lives on in the hearts and minds of all who hear her story. Queen Anne's tale is not simply one of royalty and regalia, but a reminder of the boundless potential that lies within each of us, waiting to be unleashed upon the world. So let us carry forward the lessons of Queen Anne's life, embracing the virtues of compassion, integrity, and resilience as we chart our own course through the currents of history. And may her memory continue to inspire us, guiding us ever onward towards a future filled with promise and possibility. Please like and subscribe our channel.